So you know I gotta timestamp it. It's July 30th, 2026, and it's approximately 3:55 p.m. on that eastern side. We flipped the poles. It might be Western Gregorian calendar. Hear me out. I'm sitting over here and I'm scrolling. I'm taking notes. I'm taking out my hair. I'm going to do my hair. Don't come for me. But I'm over here on YouTube and I'm at Woodward TV 9411. Woodward TV 9411. Information going to be in the description box. Something strange is happening. This is the pattern. Instantly, I was like, what pattern? What's strange? What's happening? All right, so let's get into the video. Me and you, we going to watch this thing together. But you know I got to react. I can't help it. I'm a Leo. Shout out to all the Leos in Leo season. Happy solar return to everyone. All right, let's get into the video. Back to you at Woodward TV 9411.
What if I told you that right now, humanity is witnessing a global ritual, one of the greatest transformation rituals of our time? Now you might say, Jay, what are you talking about? Well, let me tell you what I'm talking about. But let's go slow, because I really want you to understand this. Now, I've talked about this before sometime last year, and this was about a process represented by four forces: fire, water, air, and earth. Right now, I would say that many of you believe that major catastrophic events can be seen as signs of the end times, right? That's biblical. On the other end of the spectrum, in some occult traditions, these major events are also seen as signs, but as signs of transformation. Think of it this way. Astrology is a belief system that suggests the positions and movements of celestial bodies, such as the sun, moon, planets, and stars, can be related to human personality, human relationships, and life events. Now, many of these positions and movements are placed at specific times of the year or seasons, right? Which is why in many ritual practices, the rituals are performed at certain times of the year on certain calendar days. So, if you understand all of this, you can also understand how people in very powerful positions, leadership positions, would make decisions around the timing of certain major events based on their understanding and beliefs that come from very ancient traditions and esoteric occult practices. It's almost like being superstitious, right? For example, the months of July and August would typically be considered the height of wildfire season. So therefore, these ritual practitioners would make leadership decisions based on the element of fire. Do you see? And so when you understand these major event patterns and look to see what changes and decisions are being made by people, especially people in powerful positions, it becomes less about what now and more about what next.
Okay, so I'm already locked in. Do y'all hear me? I'm already locked in. If you're still here, that's what's up. Stay right here. This right here got my brain going ding, 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 ding. All right, y'all. Let's lock in. Grab your notebook. Grab your pen. It's time to take notes. It's time to learn. Back to you at Woodward TV 9411. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. This is refreshing, y'all. Oh, my bad.
In Hermetic philosophy, there is a principle of correspondence, which is expressed in the phrase, as above, so below, which teaches that the patterns and laws governing the higher spiritual realms are reflected in the lower physical world. Okay? So, Hermetic thinkers believe that reality is not random, but structured according to hidden principles that could be discovered through observation, thinking, and symbolic interpretation. They see the visible world as a reflection of invisible forces, believing that everything in nature points to deeper spiritual truths. So the physical and spiritual worlds are seen as connected, with symbols, natural phenomena, and even human experience as mirrors of the unseen realities that govern the universe. Alchemy is known for the pursuit of turning lead into gold, but its deeper purpose was the transformation of base metals as a metaphor for the transformation of the self. Believing that something imperfect could be refined into its highest and most perfected form. So, lead represented the unrefined state of human nature, which is troubled by ignorance, limitation, and spiritual immaturity, while gold symbolized enlightenment, wisdom, purity, perfection. Okay, now, achieving this transformation was believed to require a series of stages involving dissolution, purification, and reconstruction, in which the old self was broken down so that a new and more complete self could emerge. So, for an alchemist, the true gold was the attainment of greater knowledge, inner balance, and spiritual awakening. So, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, they had combined a wide range of mystical disciplines, Hermetic philosophy, Kabbalah, astrology, tarot, alchemy, sometimes ceremonial magic, all into a system of spiritual development and initiation. Members believed that these ancient traditions contained universal truths that, when studied together, provided a path toward greater knowledge and self-transformation and enlightenment. And of course, people don't have to be in a secret society to practice these things. But anyway, the central feature of the Golden Dawn's teachings was its use of elemental symbolism, with the classical elements of earth, air, fire, and water, representing both the forces of nature and the psychological and spiritual qualities within every.
All right, y'all. So let's read over what it says here. It says the four elements of witchcraft, which you have fire. Fire is the element of transformation, the will to take action. In witchcraft, what it says, I can't say that. What it say? In witchcraft, dang it. In witchcraft, something shows up in any spell where movement, courage, or destruction is required. With water, water is the element of emotion, intuition, and the subconscious mind in witchcraft. Water is often used for consecration or when working with the moon. Air is the element of breath. Let's turn it around. Element of breath. Damn it. Thoughts and communication. It governs in what intention and mental mental focus qualities that form the backbone of magic. I hope he repeats this. And then we have earth is the element of structure, and I can't see it. It governs. Let me see.
Individual. So, elements of earth, air, fire, and water, representing both the forces of nature and the psychological and spiritual qualities within every individual. So, but anyway, the central feature of the Golden Dawn's teachings was its use of elemental symbolism, with the classical elements of earth, air, fire, and water, representing both the forces of nature and the psychological and spiritual qualities within every individual.
My wife almost lost it over my phone volume.
Look, I couldn't sleep, so I was watching this podcast. Thing was hilarious.
Nature and the psychological and spiritual qualities within every individual. So, through rituals, meditation, symbolic tools, initiations, they wanted to bring themselves into harmony with these elemental energies. So fire symbolizes destruction, purification, initiation, and transformation through struggle. Fire is seen as the force that burns away impurities. It strips away what is unnecessary and removes the old so that something stronger and better can emerge. I mean, most people understand this concept. Before something new can truly exist, something old must first be destroyed or replaced. I mean, sometimes people will get something new before they replace that old thing, but you get the idea, right? But in many cases, there isn't enough room for both to exist in the same space. So in many cases, you have to get rid of that old thing before you can replace it with something new, you see? Now, water symbolizes dissolution, chaos, emotional depth, and the transformation that occurs when strong structures begin to break apart. Fire purifies through intense destruction, but water dissolves and softens. So it returns what was once solid to a fluid and adaptable state. Psychologically, dissolution represents the exploration of the subconscious, the release of emotional barriers, the willingness to let go of fixed beliefs and identities. You see, that's the flow of water. So growth becomes possible because old limitations no longer hold their shape. Air symbolizes thought, communication, intellect, and the invisible forces that shape perception and understanding. Air represents the movement of ideas, the exchange of knowledge, and how beliefs can influence individuals and societies. So once old systems, beliefs, or ways of thinking have broken down, it's about who or what ultimately shapes the ideas that take their place. Now, Earth symbolizes manifestation, stability, structure, and it is the completion of the transformation process. It represents the physical world where those other concepts and invisible forces take physical form. This is why usually the order is fire, water, air, and then earth. That's not the order for every system, but I believe that's the typical order. Earth is supposed to represent the successful transformation into everyday existence. So when we're talking about major events, we're talking about earthquakes, volcanoes, mudslides, sinkholes, things like that. So timing is everything here. I'm talking about cycles, alignments, transitions, moments that are believed to show deeper patterns within reality. Again, in astrology, the astrologer typically does not claim that a planet physically causes an event to occur, but the planetary alignment goes along with certain themes. So when a major event occurs, like an earthquake, the person is interpreting that event as meaningful within a larger pattern and makes decisions based on that interpretation, you see? So what a lot of these people in power will do is they will use a crisis as an opportunity for transformation. The event is not the transformation. The event creates the environment for the transformation. So here's the pattern. Are you ready? With fire, you're likely to see things like a loss of public trust, a change in emergency policies, institutional changes, military conflicts, strategic changes, new technologies, inflation, instability, restructuring, polarization of society, cultural conflicts, okay? With water, you may see things like changing cultural structures, shifting values, changing ideas about money, changing digital systems, and changing relationships between citizens and institutions. With air, you may see things like changes with artificial intelligence, algorithms, digital communication. In the media, you may see competing narratives, information warfare, perception management. In the military, it would be things like changes in cyber warfare or psychological operations. Now with Earth, the final stage, you may see things like new regulations, new systems of identification, new governance models, new systems of digital finance, automation, AI-driven industries, changes in labor. In the military, you may see new autonomous weapons, new surveillance, new cyber capabilities. Socially, you may see changing lifestyles, human technology integration, new cultural norms. So you're looking at the type of event, fire, water, air, or earth, and you're looking to see what changes occur as a result. Because some person made a decision based on the symbolism of that event. It's a ritual, you see? And the thing is, folks, we have wildfire seasons, hurricane seasons, tornado seasons. They know ahead of time when the weather is going to get hot and when wildfires are likely to happen. They can see storms forming and where those storms are likely to end up and how bad those storms will get and if those storms will cause something like flooding. They can see wind patterns and air quality and how strong those winds might be. But they can't really predict earthquakes that well, or erupting volcanoes, or when a mudslide happens, or when a sinkhole opens up. Those things are much harder to predict, so it's harder to plan and make decisions around Earth events. You know, folks, CERN is all about creation and destruction and transformation. They experiment with alchemy, don't they? Trying to create gold out of nothing, basically. What happened around the time CERN shut down the LHC? I mean, they schedule everything in advance, but what happened around the last time they actually used the LHC before they shut it down?
Shop your new mattress your way at Ashley. Browse our wide selection online.
The LHC before they shut it down. Well, just about everything happened last month, right? Heat, storms, flooding, tornadoes, earthquakes. So June was the last time they fired up the LHC, and June was the month they shut down the LHC. Anyway, throughout history, people have used belief systems to interpret moments of transformation. Some see crisis as destruction. Others see crisis as opportunity. Some see chaos as random. Others see chaos as part of a larger transformation. The question is, when a society enters a period of dramatic change, are we just witnessing events unfold? Or are different groups interpreting those events through their own visions of the future? Fire destroys, water dissolves, air transforms, and earth manifests. With these wildfires making the headlines, what does the next major water event look like? I guess the bigger question is, what kind of a world will emerge from the transformation happening now? Anyway, that's going to be all for now. Please click the thumbs up button and like this video. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Don't forget to visit the Patreon for Woodward TV There is a list of other platforms the show is on in the description box below as well. Everyone have a great day, and until next time, stay awake, stay aware, stay safe, and I'll talk to you all soon.
All right, so let's go on and head on over to Woodward TV 9411 channel. I'm not subscribed, but oh yes, I am. Damn, I am. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's go on over to the videos here. We just watched Something Strange is Happening. This is the pattern. They also have Welcome to Surveillance State, the shocking reason Open AI wants you scared, and why does everything cost more. You can also go over to my channel here, Damika is Rising, okay, and you can tap on, you can go to the playlist channel, which we're already on. Go to reaction videos and you can scroll, and we stop and we have videos like, so Ellen DeGeneres really got flued out to run from her karma. We also got Nicki Minaj that admits her music is blah blah blah. We also have things like, is Stefan Diggs part of the blah blah blah? Did Woo Lady put that woo on blah blah blah? Okay, if you're into tarot divination, then you can go back to the playlist and you can tap on hashtag Lost Souls Tarot. Or if you're into zodiacs, you can tap on that. If you're into the family top portion of tarot, you can tap on that. Or if you just simply want a prayer, you can tap on that there. Like, for example, if you tap on the zodiac one, you'll have things like Leo season 2026 messages. What should we expect during this transformation? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, air signs, earth signs, water signs, fire signs, all signs. Okay, if you tap on the tarot portion, you'll see things like liar, liar, saxophones getting louder, tongue on fire. Who is Sekhmet? Who are these new spirits? All eyes on you. All eyes on you, but who watching you? I know you fucking lying. Why are they going through your phone? All right, much peace, much light, much love, but especially the darkness because of dark matter. I love y'all. Peace. Trying to figure out how to cut the joint off. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Nope. Okay.